Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Frequency illusion is a cognitive bias defined by Wikipedia as the illusion in which a word, a name, or other thing that has recently come to one's attention suddenly seems to appear with improbable frequency shortly afterwards. This comes from the mind's selective attention kicking in when hearing something new. The mind then starts to look for that pattern elsewhere. After an investor learns of a startup solving a new problem, and the investor seems to hear about that problem more often even when there's no true frequency. This gives the investor the impression the startup's application is more prevalent than it really is. To overcome the frequency illusion, an investor just knowing it as an effect can realize the startup's focus is no more prominent than other startups' focus. The investor should research the application area to fully understand the magnitude of the problem and its prevalence. Quantitative analysis will clarify the market size, providing a better understanding of the startup's potential. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start lesson today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.